Hi guys, I think I've shared the link. You can all join in. Let me just give me 1 second. Let me just join. All right, so I'm good. I am set. Um, Let me see if anybody's on the chat. Hi Krish. Hi Praveen. Guys, let me know if you can see my screen and can hear me. Because this, I've just changed my laptop, so I am trying to see the settings just to make sure that yes, everything works. Hi JF. Again, like guys, uh, good evening. Hi Amy. Hi Praveen. Hi Fish. Again, guys, I'm just requesting if you can confirm if you can hear me and if you can see my screen. All right, you can see and hear me. Good, good. All right, guys. So what the fuck is happening in this market? Let's figure it out. I anticipated up to 5,500, like once the rejection was there, but this is like enormous. Now I'm gonna just let me just say hi to everyone. Hi JF, Krish, Praveen, Lalita, Jasrikal, Gulati, nobody, Gaurav, Shiv. Good evening, guys. So last time when we were here, I think 2 weeks back, my goal was we would do a test of 12 EMA. Like everything has changed since I changed my laptop. Okay. So this was the 12 EMA which needs to be tested. It tested, went up 34. This was like 58, 70-ish area, which I wanted to confirm. It did not made an evening star. And then I clearly said that it can actually hit 5,500, but I did not anticipate that this will be this kind of serious drawdown. Uh, and you can also see throughout the last 2 days, the selling is enormous. There's hardly any buying. So from 57.50 or 57.70, which was yesterday's after hours high, to now 5,410. That's roughly 375 points. That's enormous, like dismantling of the entire US market. 375 points, that's about 6%, 6.5%, 7% from yesterday's high. That's enormous. Now, what is going to happen next? Right now, if we see like the DMI is really, really negative. Everything looks like really bad. Uh, Tomorrow we have, let me open, tomorrow we have some numbers coming up. Investing.com. And then we have Jerome Powell speaking up. I have to set everything. So 8:30, you see, we have, come on, man. So we have, no, this is today's, right? We want tomorrow's data. Tomorrow's data. Yeah. So tomorrow's data is going to be really, really important. And this can actually pave a path for whether we see since last time, right? When Fed met, things have changed considerably. Nobody was anticipating this kind of tariff announcements. I mean, literally nobody. In fact, the Wall Street was kind of caught red-handed against these tariffs because everybody was anticipating that yes, Trump will be lenient and will allow some time. But the way things came out, it's really bad. Now, people are saying it's going to have some positive impact. It may go away in few months. I really don't think so. I'll explain why I think all of that and what is my rationale, but I don't think so. What he has started is going away. So we are going to have our average hourly earnings, which is really important. Now, if it starts to drop, like we already have consumer demand going down, consumer spending going down. If hourly earnings are going down, inflation is going up, this is creating a sense which is like really, really bad. Uh, the payroll numbers are there, known farm payrolls are there. If this number is down, which it should, it's going to be really hard for the market to have this kind of rates. But the problem is with all these tariffs, the rates cannot go down quickly because rates the only way where you're actually trying to target. So let me just explain from an economic point of view how these things work out so that when you have an understanding of the data, you can clearly lay out a clear picture. So I'm gonna do uh let me open a white screen. Like this Windows 11 is fucking different. I'm used to Windows 10 and now it's like Windows 11. The same way I'm like really struggling with my MacBook. All right, so I'll start here. So imagine this is USA, okay? And this is, let's say, Germany. So we are the customers. Let's say German company makes watches, not cars. Okay. Right now they have very limited tariff. So, or if whatever they have is costing them $200. So it goes to a retailer, he adds like $50 commission and then sells to the end customer at 250. Now with this, what is going to happen is watches are still going to be made. Now look at the impact of this. Now this is $200. Now if USA has added, let's say 20% of tariff VAT, this becomes 240 on the cost, which is buying. Now it's up to the retailer whether he pass on the entire $40 or he just reduces his profit margin. So let's say he reduces his profit margin to 225. Instead of $50, he's only making $25. Even then, to the end customer, the cost has increased to $265. So for the same watch, which was yesterday was getting bought at $250, now is getting bought at 265. So what it will do is customer will say, oh, I don't want to buy a watch which has gained price in like 2 days. This will reduce the demand for this watch. Okay. And this will have an impact on the supply. Like now Germany will say, oh, I'm not going to do that many manufacturing of these watches because the demand has started to reduce. So the supply will also start to reduce. So instead of like they were making, let's say 5,000 watches for the year, now they will start making 2,500 watches for the year because now their demand has come down. This creates an issue which is much more difficult than inflation. This is inflation, okay? But what it has caused, it has hit the consumer's spending power. Now, when consumers start not spending or stop spending, it creates an environment called as deflation. Deflation is much more dangerous than inflation. Because in inflation, your salaries are keeping up. So even if it goes $15, you may have increase of $3 an hour. So you can still cover it and buy it. So inflation, the demand is still met by the higher buying prices. But with all these tariffs, and the number of jobs going down, the demand will also come down, and that will create deflation. Deflation will not only hit the consumers because they are not going to spend, and when they are not going to spend, the retailer who are in the between, from manufacturers to the consumers, they are going to have an effect. And when they are not getting the business, they're going to cut down the jobs. When they're going to cut down the jobs, this consumer is also going to be hit again because now he may be one of those persons who have been working with them. So this has a very difficult and very complex economic cycle. So this is on the consumer side of the USA. On the Germany side, it will create deflation because the supply has come down. Now the company who was manufacturing this does not need that many people to make this product. The raw material demand will also come down. The other things which are required, labor, energy, everything will be reduced. Now, when all these things happen, it creates a sense of deflation, which is very, very difficult to overpower. For China, it took almost 8 to 9 years, and they're still struggling with deflation. So this is only if tariffs comes into the picture. Now, on top of it, there is interest rates. Now, interest rates and hourly earnings, which I was just mentioning. Hourly earnings, if come down, meaning the consumer capacity to spend has come down. Now, consumer capacity has come down, can lead to stop spending on irrelevant or high marketing like items, market prices. They will not spend. They will not spend. The demand will reduce. So what he is doing, it's not going to bring the jobs and everything back into America. That's a very long term thing, maybe like 20 years down the line. But what it will done in the short term to medium term, like 6 to 12 months, is going to hit the consumers, it's going to hit the manufacturers, it's going to hit the retailers. And all in all, we are moving like not slowly, but we are falling off the cliff into the recession very quickly. Maybe next, like if this tariff thing does not go out in next 2 months, we are going to see recessions pretty quickly, and it will be intense. All right. Now coming to the hourlies and the interest rates. Now this person who has a mortgage or has a job, if the hourly rates are gone down, he's going to lose on that. The inflation is still there because the prices have not gone down. Prices are still up because there is a tariff, which is static, which is constant. Whatever is the cost, it is going to go on top of it. So it is going to be the same. The demand has come down. The prices are still there. The inflation is still there. If the interest rates are cut down, the idea was that when the interest rates are cut down, it will boost the consumer demand. But consumer demand will not get boosted in this time. What it will do is it will increase uh, nothing but these prices. Because the offset of this percentage cut is not going to go into the mortgages. It is actually going to cover the expenses which have been created from these tariffs. So cutting the rate down is a double-edged sword. It is going to create more inflation. It is not going to help the end consumer. So be very careful. If Fed does a immediate rate cut, market may go up momentarily, maybe for half a day, maybe for 2 hours, but after that it will only fall. That's why I always said when the market is strong, the rate cuts never happen. Rate cuts only happen the economy is weak and the market is weak. Right now, the market is really weak and going towards extreme weakness. That is a very clear explanation on the economic side. Anybody uh, has any questions on this, please feel free. I can also share my Zoom link if you want to have a conversation around it. We can have, and then we can go into the technical aspects of where we can find. Let me just check on the invitation. Give me 1 second. Invite, copy invitation. I'm pasting the invitation into the chat. You can That's the thing right there. And on the Discord, uh, that's the link. So anybody who wants to join, you can join into Discord. And Vikas is here. Yes, Vikas. You're here. Let me open this. So I have shared my thought on the economics. So tomorrow's number is going to be really, really important. So now if we go back here, now look at the average hourly earnings. If it comes down, it is going to be difficult for the market to sustain. If it goes up, that's a relief. That is actually a relief. So keep in mind, if we have good hourly earnings, good jobs, good manufacturing payrolls, non-farm payrolls, participation rate gets better, unemployment rates get a little, like I would say, flat, market will like that. But it may be momentarily. But the impact of all this is going to be at least 6 to 12 months. So anybody who has any uh, plan to buy something big like a house, a big boat, or big car, I would recommend them to wait. This is going to be hard next few months. And if you are into the jobs, make sure you do not lose your job. That is really, really important. Now, anybody who wants to speak, you can raise your hands and then I can unmute you and you can speak. And as I said, I've shared my uh,
So, like, why Trump is doing this? What is the motivation behind? Whatever you're telling sounds logical, but he should be knowing that, right? That if he does
no,
that,
he like if you go back into 1980s, he was always of this opinion that tariffs have been made to destroy the manufacturing in America. Now, if you imagine, like before World War One, or I would say World War Two, there was like I think before 1920s, there was no income tax. There was only tariffs through which the countries used to make money. And I think after World War One, this income tax come into the picture because all the European countries were out of money and they wanted to get money back from the people. So they started collecting the money in different type of taxes, income tax, sale tax, VAT, this and that. So that's the thing. Now, when Trump came, or even like going back into the 90s or 80s, he was always of the opinion that we should not have income tax. What we should have is more tariffs so that the jobs can sustain in America. The people can bring in more factories, more manufacturing units. So instead of being the biggest consumer in the world, America can being the biggest producer and consumer in the world. So do not rely on anyone else. Like, for example, right now, most of the pharmaceutical companies for USA have their manufacturing plants in India. They get their FDA supervision and they are tracked. Everything is done properly, but they are not within America. So what he wants is his long-term vision. If he would have planned this for next 5, 10 years, that would have been really, really good. Now he is thinking that yes, it will bring other countries onto the negotiation table. The answer is no. If America is the biggest consumer of the world manufactured products, world is also the biggest consumer of American services. Imagine China, China, India, Russia, if they start saying they will start banning, like China has already banned many things. But if China says, I want to ban Google, or India says, I want to ban Google, YouTube, we will find alternatives. India will find someone alternative. We are not living off YouTube. There are only few people who are living off YouTube. But what it does is it is going to hit the advertisement for Google, right? the number of people in India, China, if they stop using Microsoft Windows, stop using Apple phones, stop using Tesla, what do you think will happen to US economy? So it's not easy to say that yes, all the other countries will like come, like I am the head of the house. I'm just telling you to come and follow my rules. That is not going to happen. I'm anticipating like all the Asian countries, specifically India, China, uh, they're going to retaliate. And
Okay.
and European countries will also follow the same thing because it's not an individual country right now. It's a global world. Now, when you have that kind of situation, you cannot come and like start acting like a dictator.
But doesn't he have a pool of advisor that suggest him do this, do that, or what would be beneficial?
He,
Or he,
his cabinet or his advisors are similar to his voice. Anybody who was not in his agreement was never hired for this position.
okay. Yeah, sounds like it.
So
I
that's why I'm
heard
saying
that
it will have a really lasting impact. What he's imagining that, yes, see, the very first thing you would notice for all this, look at the bloody dollar. If it was something positive, dollar would have not gone like that. Dollar just gave up. Dollar simply gave back. Look at this. In right before his thing, everybody was speaking, yeah, America will go this and that. The moment he came in, look at the dollar, decimation of dollar in a straight line. This tells you that yes, US dollar is weakening. US dollar weakening, US is losing its strength. Look at the 10-year bulls. And I can give you a very simple example. I think Sneha has also mentioned in the chat. Look at TikTok. India banned TikTok, and we are living without TikTok very easily. We have banned so many Chinese companies, apps, Chinese products, but we are living very easily of them, and we are still like one of the biggest trade partners for China. So if you're considering that, yes, just by saying that, yes, tariff, slowly, steadily, you should have started this, had a plan that for the next 5 years, we want to have this. You cannot come and all of a sudden you can simply switch 46%, 35%, 52%. No, look at the amount of businesses you are getting from them and against they are getting from you. It's not even comparable.
I heard that this guy wants to the market to go down, and then I don't know, is this will help any like BRICS, and then do you think it will
No,
help the
it is
BRICS?
going to make BRICS much more stronger. Now they will start trading in its own things. Like, just you need to think, uh, America is not a manufacturing hub, and America is the biggest consumer. All right. Now, with America, we have rest of the world, which is still also a very big consumer.
That's what I heard in even in CNN they were telling that America is meant for more technology service providers rather than consumer manufacturing. I don't think so. If they try to manufacture in US, there are so many things like labor cost, consumer,
Exactly. See, it's not
all those
easy to
things will.
bring manufacturing here. We have unions. Like I work with the government agency, so we have unions. They
Yeah,
have to be paid. You have to have extra like things for them, 401ks, uh, dental, medical, many other facilities, many other benefits you have to issue. Plus, you have to give them a high hourly rate, like $40, $50, as compared to where this manufacturing is happening. What it will do, it will only bring the cost higher. All these companies were not idiots when they moved the manufacturing to China, to Vietnam, to India, to other countries, because they wanted to bring the cost down so that the end consumer can buy and purchase. Now, America is built on credit. And right now, if you see the credit card balances have gone up remarkably. there is one trigger which is required and everything will fall apart on that. This may be that trigger. Now, just imagine if Walmart is selling all these products. All right, now Walmart is starting to lose because it cannot scale up the prices that much, and it usually trades on the volume. But what if the Walmart starts to not see the demand? It will start to fire people from its uh, uh, centers, from its technology side, and from its what you call yards, warehouses, transportation. Like, I don't know how many areas it will start to cut. What will happen to them? Those people are living off credit, and all of a sudden they will not be able to pay the credit. What will have that impact on the credit card companies? They will start to default. So this cycle is going to be very, very tough. That's my take.
Yeah, I think so. Already that Target is already in a downtrend, right? The same thing might happen to the Walmart and other companies too.
Yes, and that's why, like, if you see all these companies, they have started like layoffs because they were anticipating all this. And if the companies are losing this much on their market capital, it doesn't impact that much, but usually they sell shares or they sell a stake so that they can put investment bank, or they take loans to put investment back into the plants or manufacturing or industry or growth. AI, I've been always saying AI is just a bullshit. I've been using AI. It doesn't help me more than like anticipated, where people were saying, oh, AI will do this and that, this and that. No, it's going to grow over maybe 1 decade and then reach to a point where it will have a meaningful impact in your life. But as of now, it's just not there. You still rely on an individual to take things and work on it. All right. So what's happened? Like, if you remember, I've been always saying Nvidia is just doing own demand story, this and this. In real world, I used Microsoft products. I use Azure. I use all the AI things in there. Doesn't change anything.
So, in your opinion, do you think like they always say that gold is a safe haven, and also, do you think like what do you think about the gold and then Bitcoin?
Bitcoin,
Uh,
I never believed in Bitcoin. Gold, I told everybody, if you go back my last year's video, early last year's video, it was around 1800 when I buy gold myself. I told everybody we are doing a cup and handle on a monthly candle on gold. We will see 3000. You can go and check my video. And right now we are above 3000.
yeah, what do you think in next
It-
6 months to 1 year?
It's
What
not
will
about
happen to
now.
gold?
Gold has already done its thing. It's not going to do
Okay.
anything now. It's maybe sustain in a range or stay here and there.
Hmm.
Buy.
Yes, yes, Uttam.
So he wants to kill the middleman, like brokers. So let's take it pharmaceutical, which is importing
Why
from
he
the.
wants to kill the middleman?
So that's what his motto, right?
No, 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 no. He wants to
So
bring the
otherwise, the
manufacturing
prices
home.
won't come back, come down. So
No, no, nothing is coming back. What if in the last second term, in the midterm elections, he loses the majority in the Congress?
right.
No big company is going to like do decisions like this. They're going to wait. They're going to wait. What if he loses and the other Democrats come in and they take off everything? You
That's
cannot like
that is
have
that is
industry
also.
one day and remove the industry next day, bring it to this location, move it to that. Capacity expansion, manufacturing expansion does not happen like that. It's a very planned process.
Manufacture it will take like years, at least 20 years. It's
Yes,
not
that's
going
why
to
I'm
be.
saying it's going to be really tough because what he's doing, he's not thinking on the short term. And again, there is one more theory that yes, he wants to finance the debt on this and that.
No, I don't think so. That is not.
That's a bullshit thing.
Yeah, that
If
is
dollar
not.
loses its value, it's not going to help in.
Nothing. No one will buy that by bonds, US bonds. And one more thing, like, so he wants to produce everything in US. So will they able to produce rice, all Indian stuff at least? Like if we consider,
No,
they can't, right?
they
Even
will
they
not.
don't know the
And why would they?
process.
Why would they? It's not their demand.
Yeah.
Indian population is not their concern at all. You live, you die, doesn't matter to them.
So will they able to produce avocados? They need it, right?
Yes, and what they will do, they will still get it from Mexico.
They still, so there is no point. Like, so he is even he putting
That's what I
tariff.
said. It's going to come end of the day, it's us who's going to suffer because we are
Yeah,
the
we
end
are going
consumers.
to. It's a Costco already raised that avocado prices.
Everybody will rise the prices.
It's already raised. So
And by the time he will realize this in 2 months, maybe in the next
that
quarter, or what you call GDP, as well as the inflation numbers, you will all see the impact of it.
yeah, and by the time he realize damage will
Damage
big.
is already done.
Yeah, it's already big.
It's already done. See, once the prices go up in restaurant, in all these things, it never comes down. Once it
He,
goes up, it's up.
they can't make the pharmaceutical manufacture here for sure. They can't. I mean, Apple
It's
is
not
not
about
going to.
that. Everything can be done everywhere. Point is the timeline. What is the timeline of it? If timeline is 6 to 12 months, that's not happening. 5 years, yes, it can happen. But the impact will be felt really, really quickly, and it's going to be tough,
Yep.
real tough.
Let's take it Apple. Apple, they are manufacturing in
See, Apple is a
India.
different story altogether. Apple was not selling phone. Apple was just running because of the cash in hand they had. They just
No,
pile them
not
on
running.
stock and move it up.
Their margins will kill, right? If they produce the manufacture in the US, the margins will go gone up.
Nobody's going to do the manufacturing of Apple phones in US. You just take that thing out. What it does is it is going to come as tariffed. It is going to cut their margins. Plus, it is going to increase the price, which is also going to cut the demand. So this is
Yes.
what is going to happen, which I just explained a few minutes back. So Apple was done with innovation, like I've been saying, since iPhone 11, 12, 13. What they do is they simply change the
Since
color,
10,
the
everything is
metal,
same.
and that's it.
Since
Everything
10.
else remains. And people like us are buying it not because we are used to, because they give us offers that yes, we can pay $8 or $10 a month and buy it. If we start to buy this upfront, nobody's going to do that. Nobody.
Even trading, I do only like 3, 4 years once. Even for me, even I'm paying like 20, 30 or whatever it is the price. So I'm not even changing my phone every year. So if they want me buy for a
Apple,
new
I've
phone,
always said Apple, Nvidia, they are just doing bullshitting. The moment the market realizes it, they'll go kill it. The day market realizes that Apple is not doing anything, look at Apple.
it's
It
done
just
today.
broke down.
10%.
It's clear head and shoulders, very clear head and shoulders.
Yeah.
It's not about 10%. It's about here they said AI, AI, AI at one time.
180. 180 below
It
it,
went
it
up.
will be gone.
There's no AI for Apple.
Yeah.
And even the Microsoft thing, AI, what exactly is happening? Like all the data centers. In the data center, what is the maximum thing you do? You do your on-prem applications. Again, I'm going a little technical. You have on-prem applications, you have your own storages. What you do is you're moving towards the cloud.
That's it.
That's it. There's no AI there. Like for CI/CD or for any other like DevOps operation, you may use AI, but for limited pieces. But for your application code, your compilation, you still rely on individuals.
Right. That's right. So they can't make the food products here. They can't do the phones. And if we take it clothes, many imports coming from China and Bangladesh and India, I think. So, so will they able to at least produce that manufacture here clothes?
See, again, Uttam, you're just going like repeating yourself. Manufacturing is not going to happen in the next 5 years. So just get rid of that thing. You're going to pay extra prices for everything you're buying. Simple.
It we can't pay it extra price every year
You
by.
can't pay, you go back. That's it. That's your choice.
We can't
Nobody's
pay
asking
every.
you to stay here. That's very clear from him. If you
No,
don't like it, you
no,
leave it.
not for me. Not for me. I can go back
No,
if I wanted
I'm
to, but
saying it's for anybody. If you don't like,
if anybody. No, American
Here,
at least as
you-
citizens, he has to give that justification, right?
no, they voted for it.
They voted.
They voted for it.
Bye.
All right, let me just think. See, I will not even go to Modi's Make in India. It has not done anything. Not even like 1 inch. India, again, like if you want to go there, let me just explain. India is already struggling with unemployment. With almost 1 million people here in America without green cards, if he starts to say, no, I'm not renewing your visas, all these people will start to lose and panic and will start coming back. Does India have that many jobs at this time? The answer is no, which is also going to create a very big issue. Right now, India has become a socialist state where they're just doing the social welfare. They are not investing into the employment. What they're doing is they're trying to buy the people so that all the poor people can simply think, oh, I'm getting 5 kilos of rice and all the pulses per month. I'm happy. I'm going to vote for Modi. But the moment all these more people are coming, you need to create jobs. So we will not even go there. Indian economy is going to suffer very, very badly in just matter of few years. It's going to suffer really badly. So
What do you
again, I'm
think?
saying,
What do you think about the dollar versus Indian rupee or any other foreign
अरे
currency?
भाई अभी तो I just explained. Yeah, are you sleeping, man? I
Sorry.
just told dollar has gone down. It's going to get weak and weak, and it's going to hit countries by countries. It's not like Indian rupee or this. It will depend on which country and which euro may get stronger. If BRICS starts to do their own operations, they develop their own currency, they'll not trade in US dollars, then rupee will get stronger. So there are many issues. It's not very straightforward US dollar Forex. Forex is the most complex trade as compared to any of the equity.
Yeah, because I have substantial of Indian rupees left back in India. I have some lot of means like that's what I'm properties, and then I have a lot of things back in
Again,
India.
that you have to discuss with your own person. It's not to like a public platform to come and ask all these
No,
things.
no, I'm just I'm asking your opinion. Should
See,
we
again,
bring it?
I'm not giving opinion on that. Let's just understand the impact of it. Take your call and then speak to your maybe anybody who's a lawyer or a property dealer over there.
Right, right.
But
So
is the market is the risk whatever the tariff is bringing, is it priced in, or do you think,
No,
or
if it was priced in, why would I have 1,200 points cut in just one day?
yeah,
You get my point.
yeah.
If it was priced in, it would have not gone like this.
So there's more downside then, still more.
Downside has just beginning.
Yep. Got it. Yep.
Just look at the years I showed last time. Like we went parabolic. We went parabolic straight up from 4400s. Okay. Right now we have not even backtested 5,000 once we broke it. We're gonna come at least to 5,000, make a queue, and then decide what's gonna happen.
So
And
one thing I observed by is the VIX is like March 10th. VIX was around 29, but
why VIX is nothing. VIX has no. See, this is a perception which I don't know why you all people have totally misunderstood. VIX is nothing. VIX is just showing the option volatility across the market. It is a derivative. All right. VIX, people have simplified it and saying if VIX is going up, the market will go down. It's not that. When the implied, see, if we have 1,200 points down, VIX would have shot up and gone
yep,
to maybe 50. It will
that's
not
what.
go there.
Yep.
It will not go there. Because VIX is a derivative which is created by the option volatility across all the options for across all the stocks in the market.
so
Even if
pardon.
VIX is in the same range, market can still go down, down and down and down and down.
Yeah, that's what is happening. Yeah.
So stop. I've explained this many times in the past, but people start to just think, oh, see, people just need okay, let me say this point. In the last 2, 3 years, when the market is one-sided market, VIX was not moving. VIX was trading in 8 or 9. Why? Because there was no volatility. It was only one direction. Now the volatility is there, but where it is, it's only one direction on the downside. It is not going up and down, up and down, up and down. It is only going down. That's why the VIX is flat or a little higher. That's it. VIX is the option volatility. In simple words, the prices of options going higher and lower for all the strikes, for all the stocks across the market is VIX, volatility index. Now, if the option prices are only moving in one direction, there is no volatility. And when there is no volatility, why would VIX go up? This is a very simple calculation of it. Vikram Tiwari, I am not going to answer you. I think you are living in a different world altogether. Uh,
So, hey, Paji, pretty quick question.
yes,
So, looking at the current situation, where would you park all your 401k money then?
it's like you have already lost too much. Almost 20% is gone by now.
True, but now you shouldn't. Now, I don't want to lose another 20%. Then what would you do?
If it depends on your age, if you are starting in 40s, you still have 22 years. If you are
So it
not,
doesn't matter. Okay,
it it doesn't matter because in the long term, 5 years down the line, you will be happy to invest at this point.
got it. All right.
Yes, Pramneet, you raise your hand. You can. Uh,
Can you hear me?
yes, I can hear you. Yes, go ahead.
So I was thinking like if like the imports become lesser, so people outside US will be getting lesser dollars as well. Like the
Yes.
interest in dollars will go down, like the liquidity outside US, like the dollars that other countries will have to, purchase US goods will also go down. So I believe like that will cause like a global slowdown.
I covered
That
that.
is
It's going to create a deflation across the globe, which is very
so.
difficult to overcome.
So what do you think? Like here, like the Trump is going to wait for other countries to bend down, or like
I
is there a
cannot answer what Trump will do. What I can say from an economic point of view, if you have money, sit on cash, keep your cash, do not invest. Just wait.
got it?
Just wait. Do not invest in big houses. You don't know if you're going to have a job or not. If you have a business which is going to get busted, and by the time you will realize the ship has already sailed and you'll not be able to pay the mortgages for 3 months and it will come under disclosure, foreclosure. So it's better just to wait and uh, be handy with cash. Whenever time is good, buy things at that time. It's not going to fix this problem right away. It's going to sustain.
What do you think about Canada is already started banning all like US products and everything. Do you think like other countries will do the same thing going forward?
I have already covered that, brother. That
Sorry.
yes, I do not want to repeat myself, but why would they not put all these
I'll go back
tariffs
and check
back?
it your video back.
No, I would think, why would they not? It's a simple answer. Why would they not? They would. Only the weaker countries, they will come and they may negotiate on the table, but not the strong countries. China has already said they're going to put the retaliatory offer. European Union has already said. So if you want to say that yes, Caribbean islands, they have given down. That's fine. Does it matter? No. Look at the biggest trade partners. If they put the retaliatory tariffs, that's what matters.
I think
think so.
even people will get patriotic and they will start avoiding US made products, right? That's what it's happening in Canada. So in long run, it is going to be really negative for all the US businesses. They are going to lose the people, correct? Like if Canadian or some other home country is going to create similar product and if they are going to brand it like made in Canada or whatever, people definitely prefer that.
See, that's going to happen, but it will take overnight. It doesn't
Yeah,
happen overnight.
agreed. Yeah, the damage started, but he has to stop it before it becomes too late
Mm.
to do it.
It's not going to happen.
Yeah,
That's
we
the
don't
problem. It's not going to
know.
happen. That's what I'm saying.
Tomorrow morning, we don't know what he is going to say. Even he doesn't know, I believe.
No,
That's his character.
this tariff thing, you go back to, like, as I said, you watch his videos from 1980s, 90s, he was always of the opinion he's not going to come back on this.
Hmm.
See,
I
you
decided
cannot bring
let
in,
people suffer.
no, yeah,
Mm,
for him, it does not matter because he was of this opinion since 40, 50 years. You cannot change that. You cannot
yeah,
change that person mindset.
agree. Yeah,
There is no patriotism in this. It's just that he has the uh, thought and he has the power, he can do it, and he's doing it. There's no patriotism in this.
another couple of years, then we have to survive this craziness.
Just have cash and sit. That's it.
Yeah, that's the best advice.
Yes. If you have like bigger houses, better to get rid of them, maybe rent
Hmm.
and wait.
Yeah,
Because
I think the
all this
market.
will also kill the housing
Mhm.
market as well.
Yeah,
Like,
equity is already gone, right? It's gone down by 10-15 percentage, and people are literally trying to get rid of their investment properties now. If you see across, everybody
one
is
second,
cutting
one
down
second.
prices.
Vikram Tiwari, I am not rude to the people, but if you do not come on time and all of a sudden you keep on asking the same questions, repeating the things which you find on the Twitter, it just changes and deviates the complete mindset. And you do the same thing every single day in the chat as well. That's why I'm coming to a point where I have to call you out. Yeah, go ahead.
No, I was saying people who have bought additional investment properties, right, for rental and all such thing. I'm seeing already they're
Yeah,
trying
they'll
to
not be
get
able
rid
to
of
sell it
them.
on better prices. They will struggle.
Yeah, I see like they are hardly making any money apart from paying realtors and all this commission, right? So whatever that is left for them, it is just going to break even. And even if it is going to break even, whoever bought couple of years back, that is a big blessing for them on this market.
See, people made quick money without doing anything.
Exactly. Yeah.
So now, like I know a person who made in Nvidia almost $3 million,
Hmm.
but he lost that money in just 3 months.
Oh, really?
Yes.
Wow.
So
Oh my
market
God.
knows its ways to take money back. So it's better if you invest thoughtfully, and if you want to keep cash, keep cash.
Yeah,
So
that's
my
true.
my my thought is at this time, unless things are not clear, just sit down and watch.
Yeah, until dust settles down, right? Instead of going and poking, we can just
Yeah, just sit
sit,
down and
do
wait.
some,
Just
yeah,
imagine there's no stock
quick
market.
scalping and yeah,
Not even think about scalping, sculpting. Just think it does not exist, and focus on few things for your health. Do something which you have not done in by spending time into the market.
that's true. Off late, it's getting too much into my mind and I'm not even able to stop thinking about it. Yeah.
All right, so guys, let me just look into the ES levels and NQ levels, and then we can wrap this up. And Jeff, I am fine asking the questions. If you are not here for long, it doesn't matter. But the point is, if you are here for a long time and if you keep on repeating the same thing, then somebody has to tell you to stop. So the sectors which will take benefit from this is the companies which are manufacturing in America, or companies which have limited impact from tariffs. For example, I can think of as, which is totally, for example, CrowdStrike, Netflix. CrowdStrike is a services company, maybe Microsoft to a certain level. Banks will get hard hit. Pharmaceutical companies, instead of pharmaceutical companies, I would say insurance providers, maybe some sort of banks will hit hard. All the industrials, financials, manufacturing will hit hard. Car companies will get hit. Auto sector will get hit hard. Auto ancillaries will get hit hard. The cost of old cars will get pricier. What all sectors we have? Let's go and check. Visualize. So in S&P we have information technology is going to get hit hard because European Union is going to put some good markup on them through tax. Apple is manufacturing, is going to hit hard. Google may not get hit hard that much. Google, Microsoft, financials will get hit hard. Lilly may not be, but healthcare somewhat. And Amazon Consumer, Walmart, all this will get hit hard. McDonald rallied because McDonald was trying to defend Dow Jones. That's it. Look at this. These sectors are trying to defend Dow Jones. Otherwise, Dow Jones would have been like down much more. Verizon, maybe, but they do not move that much. IBM, Oracle, they can go. IBM and Oracle, I think they are much better. IBM, Oracle, maybe Accenture. These are the things which I can think of. Let me look at. Chinese stocks will be strong because Chinese economy is recovering. It's going to go and stay here. Celsius, which is totally manufactured, or it's an American product in simple words. It's going to be good. CrowdStrike, I said it's going to be good. These companies, Palantir will be good because it's all America. Intel will be good. I've said Intel a couple of times. Uber, Lyft, they'll be good. Netflix is going to be good unless they put a tariff on the content. Oracle, IBM will be good. Roblox will be good. Roblox will. See, I'm going to write a script where I will just compare what are the stocks which have hit the new lows for the year with the SPX. If SPX has made new lows and these stocks have not made the new lows, which they have made previously, those will the stocks which should be stronger. Visa, MasterCard, yes, it's a good choice. Again, that depends if we have good, what do you call, hourly rates and jobs. But if it starts to drop, then Visa and MasterCard are going to get in trouble. Yep, that's about it. Tesla, maybe, may not be. Tesla is in the middle. Tesla's demand is totally decimated. It's somehow at 266. I don't know. Technically it's fine, but fundamentally it should not be even in 200s at this time with the kind of sales they have. All right, guys. So let's go back and look at. See, right now we broke that 5505. I mentioned in the chat this morning that 5505 is an important level because 2 times we did, and we did an inverted head and shoulders and bounced right from there. Now we are well below this. We have just recently tested our 12 EMA and 34 EMA. So we are not even far from it. Now the next support which actually comes closer is around 5290, which is almost like 120 points. So if we starts to fall, either tomorrow we should see, I would say, a dodgy, then it's fine. But if it doesn't, then we're going towards 5290. 5290 is going to be a very important and long-term support. Let's look at the 5-year candles. And 5-year, favorite. So this is the 5-year candle. So here in November, it hit like 4,000 on this line, right? We were falling off the cliff right there. We came and we hit this. Then 4,100. Since 4,100, we have not come and tested this green line. We went up, came down to this line, went up, came down to this line, up, 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 broke it higher, stayed there, couldn't clear it, came back, failed, went up, failed again. Now, this is an important area, 5290. That's where if you want to try and put some money, that is going to be the key, 5290. If we lose 5290, then it's clear head and shoulders over a long period. And this will be the line. So at least expect few more hundred, like 4890. That's the perfect area for the final bounce. IWM is Costco was strong because Costco is mostly getting things from within America, so it should not have that much impact. So Costco was good because of that. IWM will be very much important in this situation. Like before IWM, let's finish Nasdaq. So look at Nasdaq's chart. Again, Nasdaq has tested. This is like from 2023. We tested this green line once, twice, went up, came back, 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 and now we have broken it. So in this situation, this area where we have last time, like previously I said, if we lose 20,185, we will hit almost 17,800, 18,704. We are almost at 18,700 and below right now. Now, below this, the only support I have is 17,800. So there is still 1,000 point downside open for NQ. So 4890 on ES is an extremely good area. If we get there, I'll be a very big buyer. 17,800 on Nasdaq is an extremely good area to buy. Now we can have momentarily up and down, but if we find these numbers, I would actually invest here at these points, almost 50 to 60% right there. Okay. Tesla numbers, I don't know what to do with Tesla. They've been playing about FST and this and that. So even in 18,700 is pointing tough because it was a good region to hold. Look at this. Now, this time it provided the support. Fake breakdown went up. Fake breakdown went up. This time we are just coming down straight off the cliff, and it is making an M pattern right there. So this 18,700 is a really important. If we hold it, we can see a significant bounce towards 19,500, 19,425, which is almost 800 points. So it's going to be very important, 18,700. This number is really important. Bitcoin is holding somehow, but Bitcoin will fall apart like this. It's just a matter of time. And you can look at like RH today. RH was destroyed, almost like 40% down. And all these tickers, and especially all the high-end tickers, which I've been always saying you will never see the prices again in your lifetime, or at least in the next 5-10 years, they are struggling to the same price issue. Like if you bought a firm was 80s in few months back, like 82, 83. UPST was right there. That's why I never trade all these companies, like high beta companies. I just intraday I do them and get rid of them. That's it. Last one is IWM. It's IWM. IWM failed that 233 breakout, and now you can clearly see it's making right there inverted head and shoulder. Oh, actually head and shoulders. It lost 201. It was fighting very good for 201. Now it came there right at 189. I think 185 is an area where it can be an important one. It's a 38.2 Fibonacci, 188, and it can get a boost here, maybe back to 194 when there's a immediate rate cut. I think they will do that looking at the situation, which will only take it momentarily up to test the 12 EMA and it will fall back again. So Bitcoin is doing somehow at this time, it is kind of managed, but I have doubts on this. Probably a matter of day or two, and it will fall down. Yes, I trade them, but investment-wise, I only invest in index, SPY and triple Q. That's it. If something will always come up, that's SPY and triple Q, nothing else. So keep on adding more and more SPY and triple Q. If you want to buy, let's go to SPY. Right now it's 535. It was 600 earlier this year. Go to 15 January 2027. Okay. Go to 40. Everything has changed. This 635. So in 2 years, you can easily get 635 very easily. 6,300. It's not even 2 years. Is the let's go to December 2027. That's almost 3 years. For 600, it's 5,000 if you buy 10 lots. If you think we cannot hit 600 by the end of 2027, then I really don't know what to say. Buy maybe 10,000 or maybe 25,000 of these calls and sit down and wait. You will not lose money on them. Just hold them until they expire. You are not going to lose money. 600 strike call at 55. So 10 lots will be 55. 10 lots, 20 lots, whatever is your capacity, you can just buy that. Or if you want to do something else, do spreads and something, but buy SPY and triple Q. They are the only ones which will always come up, no matter what. All right, guys. So hopefully tomorrow we need to see if from tomorrow's perspective, like people also do SPY. Let's do the SPY thingy. SPY thingy 540 was really important, which we have lost. And the moment we lost 530, 540, we are coming down. There is some support around 527, which is the area where we found the buying last time. But if you look at the selling, this is the largest selling I've seen in SPY in last many months. and there's not even a single set of buyer, not even green anywhere. This is nasty. All right, guys, I'll share levels in the morning if I find something. Otherwise, if you don't want to trade, just don't trade. Buying shorts at this time is really risky because we are extremely down at this time. But let's see what happens. But if you do not sure about your trade, just don't do it. At this time, just do not do this. Costco, I just said that yes, it does not depend on the products from outside. It work within the country. So it should be good. Costco, Netflix should be good. Alrighty, guys. Thank you. Have a good night. And I'll try to be a little kind next time. I don't want to be rude, but sometimes, like, when I see that I've invited so many people on the call, they're listening, and if we keep on repeating the same things, I just lose it. Sorry about that.